Hello everyone! Welcome back to another episode of the Every Which Way podcast! Yeah! How is everyone doing? I'm in a very good mood. I've been behind the scenes action. I'm recording this on Friday, March 7th. And so I'll very much ahead of time. And it's just been a very productive week for me, and I'm feeling really good about it. So it's been great. And in fact, I'm already started notes on the episode after this one. So I'm a bit ahead of schedule, but I'm very, very proud of that, and it's great. So. But how are you guys doing? Did you have a great weekend? Did you have a great week? How's your March been? Are you drinking anything right now? I've got some Tahoe Sunshine tea right now, and it's really good. So it's wonderful to have you guys here. If this is your first time listening to the podcast, hello, my name is Dana, and I would love to be eaten by a dinosaur. Like, that's, if I could die, that is my preferred way. So, man, I must have slept wrong or something, because my neck and the space from the right side of my neck to my right shoulder is just achy and a little pained. But anyway, so hi. What am I talking about today? Well, if I recall correctly, and I could very well be wrong, but I think I am talking about the first crystal of 2025. I'm talking about Aragonite. Aragonite. So, yeah, let's just hop right into it. It's also called golf ball or Sputnik Aragonite. And this crystal forms in low temperature hydrothermal deposits, hot springs, marine sediments, subduction zones, and caves. It is a readily available stone. It shares the same chemical composition with calcite, but aragonite crystallizes in a different way, usually through polymorphs, stuff like that. Now, the chemicals that make up this stone are calcium carbonate, manganese, iron, magnesium, and occasionally strontium. So, aragonite has a orthorhombic crystal system, which means that it forms needle-like crystals. Calcite, on the other hand, has a rhombohedral crystal system. It is considered less stable than calcite, and under certain conditions can actually turn into calcite over time. It is commonly found in limestone, marble, and dolomite. It was discovered in the late 18th century in Spain by the river of Aragon, hence the name aragonite. Apart from Spain, though, aragonite can also be found in Namibia, Peru, Pakistan, Madagascar, England, Canada, Morocco, Italy, Mexico, China, and the United States. Practically everywhere. Again, this is a readily available, pretty common stone. And while it is common enough, it is more rare than calcite. It's alternatively referred to as cave calcite because, again, it does form in caves. And it comes in shades of red, orange, green, brown, blue, which I think is the most recently discovered color, pink, white, purple, yellow, gray, lavender, and colorless. So a few differences between aragonite and calcite. One is the luster. The luster of aragonite, while traditionally vitreous, it can be resinous or dull, while calcite can be more pearly. Aragonite is more often green, while calcite is that more red-orange coloring. And aragonite ranks 3.5 to 4 on the Mohs hardness scale. Calcite is a 3. So aragonite is the harder crystal than calcite. This stone has a subconchodial fracture, meaning it has only a slight curve to it when it breaks and is less marked. The streak is white, and to reiterate once again, the luster is usually vitreous, but that can vary. Some variants of aragonite do react to shortwave or longwave ultraviolet light. And I have some quick correspondences here for you. So as far as the chakras, aragonite is aligned with all of them. It can be used and work with all of the chakras, though I did see the root chakra specified a few times, but solid with all of them. The celestial body, so planet, is Earth, which in my opinion makes sense because this is a very, very connected and in tune with Earth. And the zodiac sign is Capricorn. It is tied to the element of spirit. The tarot card for aragonite is the Empress, and in numerology, this crystal is energetically linked with the number 9. So it grows in a formation called floss fairy or iron flower that has branch-like crystal tendrils. A little bit of history on aragonite. In ancient Rome, it was used in mortars as an aggregate and appeared in wall paintings, like in the actual creation of the wall paintings themselves. Past civilizations valued this stone's unique properties and beauty. Beads and figurines were carved from it, and it was sought after by artisans and collectors. Abraham Gottlob Werner is the one who actually discovered it in 1790 in Molina de Aragon, Guadalajara, Castilla-Mancha, Spain. And if anyone from Spain is listening to this, or if anyone who speaks or understands Spanish is listening to this, I'm really sorry if I butchered that. So, hold on one little moment. Sorry about the pause, I had to let my cat in. So Salem is with us. So, as this crystal stone likes to form in those low temperature hydrothermal deposits and marine sediments, ocean organisms precipitate aragonite from the water to help create their skeletons and shells. It's actually a crucial mineral in the composition of pearls, shells, and skeletons. Aragonite gives pearls their iridescent surface. Mollusks actually secrete a layer of this on the inside to protect and guard the pearl that they form. Apart from mollusk shells and pearls, aragonite also makes up coral skeletons and cave stalactites. Something I find to be very cool and interesting, and something that is considered rare, extinct ammonite shells which are composed of aragonite themselves, can become naturally iridescent. This occurrence is only found in North America's Rocky Mountains. So I just thought that was really cool because as someone who likes paleontology and learning about ancient life and stuff like that, I just find that cool. Because it ties my love for that with my witchcraft and my spiritual practice, and I just like how it's tied together, you know. So it's stay alone. Come on, bud. Come on. Hold on. All right. Sorry about that. Cat shenanigans yet again. All right. So where did I leave off? Oh yeah. The crystal structure of aragonite makes it kind of brittle and hard to work with industrially and for jewelry making. As a sand, though, it's used to maintain proper pH levels in aquariums and to provide the inhabitants with calcium. It's used to produce agricultural lime, remove pollutants from water, and to make certain ceramics and glasses. Aragonite is studied by researchers and scientists today in geology, biology, and material sciences. By studying how this stone forms and the stability conditions and how it transforms into calcite, researchers can interpret past climate conditions, which I think is pretty darn neat and also useful. It's helpful to know the history of our planet, to be able to find patterns as far as climate stuff, and to be able to help our planet out. You know what I mean? And I also think that's pretty cool in regards to something that I'm going to talk about here in a minute or two. But where was I? I lost my place. Where did I go? Oh no, where did I go? Okay, there it is. I found it. But not just that. Aragonite's structural properties and biocompatibility are being studied for uses such as bone grafts and tissue engineering. So it's something that, you know, researchers and scientists are studying to help with medical issues and all that good stuff, which I think is pretty cool. Now, I don't think every crystal, every stone can say that. Now, there are synthetic and imitations of aragonite available. The synthetic ones are made in labs and have the same crystal structure and chemical makeup as organic aragonite. It just has fewer impurities and are produced in larger batches. Larger batches. There we go. Imitation aragonite is made up of minerals and materials that appear similar to the real deal, but they don't have the same chemical or physical properties. A few common imitations include treated and dyed calcite, glass, and other carbonate minerals. As far as having connections or ties to the physical body, this stone is tied to the nervous and immune system. It has been used to warm the extremities, so arms, legs, fingers, and toes. It helps to bring energy into the body, helps with chills, has been used to treat Raynaud's disease, stop muscle spasms and night twitches, aids in calcium absorption, has been used to help heal bones, restore disc elasticity. It helps to lessen pain and to regulate processes that are moving faster than they normally should be. Aragonite assists with stabilizing and centering the body and with nipping nervous twitches and spasms in the bud, especially if they stem from inner turmoil or anxiety. It also helps to make one feel well and comfortable in their own skin. In terms of being helpful mentally, Aragonite promotes concentration on the issue at hand, the problem that's right in front of you. It also promotes tolerance and flexibility and helps grant insight on the root cause of issues, challenges, problems, and situations. When dealing with emotions, this crystal specializes in providing support and strength. It's also great at counteracting anger and emotional stress, and it helps one to be more logical and practical when making decisions. So, if you guys can see, this stone is quite stabilizing and grounding. Psychologically, Aragonite is a wonderful teacher of acceptance and patience. For people who tend to push themselves too hard, this stone is a valuable friend as it helps to facilitate delegation. Great at balancing out oversensitivity as well, which I think is quite helpful. And again, as a grounding stone, Aragonite encourages reliability and discipline, leaning more towards a pragmatic lifestyle or way of being. Spiritually, if one's development is rampant and out of control, Aragonite brings stability to that development. Its calm and centering nature helps in preparation for meditation through raising the vibrations to a higher level and bringing in energy into the physical body. So again, we had earlier that it helps to do that, and spiritually it does that as well. It's also fantastic for restoring balance. Aragonite is believed to relieve geopathic stress, which is whenever there's a change or whenever the earth starts to shift or move, like physically, and that affects the ley lines, the magnetic and electrical fields. That can also have effect on us as well, and this stone helps to relieve some of that stress, as well as open and clear ley lines on the Earth's surface. Placing Aragonite in specific areas and directions within the home helps to create harmony and balance. You can place it in the southeast corner of your desk or office at work to attract achievement. Overall, this is a top-notch grounding stone and an excellent tool for manifestation and intention setting. As far as implementing it in one's practice, Aragonite can be worn as a talisman, a protective amulet, jewelry, or carried on person as a tumbled stone. It can also be used to make crystal elixirs for baths, rituals, and ceremonies. When placed beneath a pillow, it helps to fend off restlessness. I also saw that it makes a useful hand comforter, which I don't know why, that just kind of made me giggle a little bit, but it did. And as it is tied so intimately with Mother Nature, Mother Earth, and the Earth Goddess archetype, Aragonite encourages recycling and conservation, as well as to cultivate a deeper connection to the earth. So, here again, we are seeing that connection with the very earth itself. It is used to stabilize the chakras, and I read that it excels at this, especially with the earth-based chakras. So like the root chakra, sacral, and solar plexus chakras. It can also be used as a tool in exploring one's childhood and past lives. A few deities that are tied or associated with Aragonite include Gaia from Greek mythology, Vesta from Roman mythology, Amaterasu from Shintoism, Ao Guang from Chinese mythology, Tupa from Amazon mythology, Elara, who is also from Greek mythology, the Great Spirit and White Eagle from Native American mythology. And it's also associated with the Heart of the Mountain, which is apparently the heart of an unnamed giant from the Swiss Alps, whose heart was made of this of this stone. And that is all I have for you for Aragonite. It is a pretty interesting crystal stone, I think, and it's a cool little dude. And that is our first for this year, our first stone, our first crystal for 2025. At least I'm pretty sure. Let me double check. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Okay. Yay, I was right. I love it when I can remember things. So that's pretty cool. Before I say goodbye to you guys, I want to inform you all that I do have a Patreon. It's patreon.com/everywhickwaypodcast. I have a few things up on there. Of course, if you join, you do get these episodes a few days ahead of time. You also get video recordings as well, if that's something that you want. I've recently started to type up the notes for the episodes as well. So if you're someone who is kind of like me and, and is on occasion a little lax with their own personal research on a topic, you can use that. And I also have another collection that I titled The Witch's Cauldron, which is kind of my mix mash of stuff that really doesn't fall into any of the episode type things as well. And if anyone would be able to sign up and donate, that would be wonderful. That would help with keeping the lights on and with making a higher quality, better quality podcast for you guys, which I do all this by myself, but sometimes it can be difficult, especially financially. So yeah, anything would be appreciated. And of course, if Patreon is not something that you would be interested in, I also have an account on Buy Me a Coffee, which you can donate to that too for a one-time fee or something like that. And I already had someone donate. Liz, if you're listening to this, thank you very much. I appreciate you. And that's really the only two places I think that you can. I do have an Instagram and a TikTok. Both of my usernames on there are Witch of the Gathering. I've been a little lax in posting. I've been slowly getting away from the social media just for my own mental health and stuff like that. Not that it's bad. I'm actually doing very well as far as that, but just to help me focus more on the podcast and doing my research and my note-taking and all that good stuff. So yeah. And as always, thank you very much for taking time out of your day to listen to me. I am very honored that you do, and I hope that my words can convey the gratitude that I feel for you. That being said, I hope you all have a marvelously magical Monday, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Take care of yourself. Make sure you drink plenty of water. Be kind and gentle to yourself. And if you need, pick you up an Aragonite crystal. They're readily available. They really are. Okay? All right. Bye, guys. Unexpected, undetracted, wings of glory, tell the story, aviation, deviation, undetected, still perfected.